Hello, everybody. Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, wherever you're watching. We're in Holon, Israel. This is the Basketball Champions League playoffs, Group I, and it's the round of 16 game between Hapoel Unet-Credit Holon and Tofas Bursa. Well, you know what? Their team has already qualified for the Basketball Champions League Final 8 here in Holon, but the fans that are allowed to get in to this arena certainly want to get more. It doesn't matter. They want to see their team in action. This Holon team has captured the imagination with the way they have played. Also in Group I, and tipping off at the same time, Pinar Karsiaka and Happy Casa Brindisi. And of course, with Tofas not able to advance, they're playing for pride. And Hapoel Holon know that no matter what, they're going to finish first in this group. But again, with their passionate fans, those able to get into the arena tonight, they will want to put on a good show and keep the good times flowing, as you will. You see Hapoel Unet-Credit Holon up at the top at 4-1. Happy Casa Brindisi and Pinar Karsiaka at 2 and 3, battling for that second place that'll get teams to the Final 8. And of course, Happy Casa Brindisi had the advantage. They can lose by up to 4 points. In fact, their game against Pinar Karsiaka and still advance. Pinar Karsiaka, without question, they have not had things go their own way the last couple of weeks, and that is putting it mildly. Losing a game where they led by double digits against Holon and then falling last week to Tofas in Bursa. So Devan Akun Purcell, Tomislav Zubcic, Berkan Durmas, Samaji Kristen, DJ White, Alihan Demir, Jeremy Simmons, Merrick Kunuk, Tariq Phillip, and Big Musin is in that lineup tonight for Tofas, who had a great regular season. And really, in my opinion, had every chance of moving to the Basketball Champions League Final 8. But you know that moving to the round of 16, the competition gets that little bit harder, and they weren't able to navigate the hurdles that they encountered. But anyway, they want to finish on a high. Willie Workman, Chris Johnson, Frederick Bourdillon, Guy Panini, CJ Harris, Maxim Dezeu, among the many Tyrus McGee and the many players in this team for Holon that want to go out on a high in the round of 16 and get ready for the Final 8. And the way they shoot the basketball and the way they seem to have to be able to survive, they have that flair for the dramatic. This is a Holon team that has aspirations of going all the way. Make no mistake about it. This is a team that believes in its chances. For Tofas Bursa, well, get a win tonight and put you in good stead for your Turkish League games that they're going to be coming up, and also finish on a high in the Basketball Champions League. It's always good to leave a competition on the back of a win, and that is what they will be trying to do tonight. And they have certainly given us a lot of positive thoughts, a lot of positive memories from their campaign. You know, you look back and remember they finished first in Group B of the regular standings over Arab Basketball Nymburk and JDA Dijon, who finished third in last year's competition, and also Karavna. So it's been a wonderful season for Tofas Bursa, but just one that hasn't really clicked in the round of 16, with the exception of last week when they beat Pinar Karsiaka. For Holon, this is a team that, quite frankly, folks, if you were writing screenplay for a thriller, they would be a great subject. They just like to take their fans on the wildest, craziest rides, and they survive. I mean, it was some kind of comeback win that they had at Pinar Karsiaka a couple of weeks ago, and Guy Panini hitting a couple of threes. Chris Johnson, obviously, last week. I mean, everybody, it seems like, in this team just contributes and makes the big plays. And again, they want to finish on a high. They've already won. They've already won this group. Of course, the biggest aim was to get to the Basketball Champions League Final 8. And once there, well, you know, everybody's got a chance. So Hapoel Holon being introduced here to the crowd or to their fans. Again, it's been another season disrupted by the coronavirus pandemic, but just all these players, both clubs in fact, have done such a great job making it through the difficult season, and we're confident the good times are returning. So there you see Maxime Desayou, who the Belgium international comes out. He's had some big times. Tyrus McGee, and really a lineup that is stacked when you think about quality, and especially shooting for coach Stefanos Dedas. And well, we are about ready to go. You saw Isaiah Miles come out as well, just one of the great shooters in this competition. So teams will be going through their final warm-ups, and we'll also be keeping an eye on events in the other game between Happy Casa Brindisi and the team chasing him, Pinar Karšiača. Antonio Conde, Alexei Davidov, and Martin Harzov from Spain, Russia, and Bulgaria, respectively. Tonight, the refereeing crew, Harzov on the left, Conde in the middle, and Davidov on the right. And well, we're just about 3 minutes and 20 seconds away from the opening tip. So what else can I tell you about this? This Holon team, Holon team Form 1, and they're going to be Tofas rather going to be starting with Tomislav Zubcic, Dermas, Christian, Philip, and Musin Yashar. Yashar played very well last week, as did everybody for Tofas. So, you know, kind of the pressure was off. Had no chance of advancing, but under coach Hakan Demes, they came out and really did a great job of winning against Pinar Karšiača. And for Holon, they're coming off a big win over Ironi Naharia on the road in Israeli Winter League action on Sunday. They won that game 84-67, getting 15 points and 8 boards from Desayou. And Isaiah Miles there, well, he has, again, he's so good. He's going to start tonight along with Desayou, C.J. Harris, Chris Johnson, and Willie Workman. If it ain't broke, folks, don't fix it. So that is the approach for this Hapoel Unet-Credit Holon team as they come into this final game. And they're the coach, Stefanos Dedas, and seems to be a great fit for this club. So the Holon fans singing their local club songs and getting their players ready for this one final game in the round of 16. And it's already gotten very interesting for this team, but it's going to get a lot more interesting as well as we get into the Basketball Champions League Final 8. But again, a lot to be decided before that in this Basketball Champions League, especially in terms of who is going to make up the Final 8. So Holon right now in the top 8 of Israel's domestic competition, up in 4th place, and Tofas, as you can see, as they come out again, they will hope that this game will put them in good stead for Turkey, where they are 4th in the standings. So a battle of teams that are doing pretty well domestically, very well in fact, here in the Basketball Champions League. It's hard to believe it's year 5, but boy, the years keep ticking them off, and the Basketball Champions League keeps getting better and better. Obviously, the last couple of seasons disrupted by COVID, but there is no doubt, doesn't matter who you talk to, this competition gets better and better. And the fact that it's had a great season this year during the difficult circumstances is just a testament to how good this competition has been. And once we start getting a lot of the fans back in all the arenas, well, you know the rest of the story. It's going to be electric stuff. Desayou comes out high-fiving his coach, Willie Workman, and Tofas Bursa out, hoping again, once again, to leave a final good impression on this season's Basketball Champions League. Okay, an unorthodox opening tip, folks. Hello, welcome to Israel. It's Hapoel Unet-Credit Holon taking on Tofas Bursa in the Basketball Champions League. And already the whistle blows and a foul has been called. I believe the foul's on Dezeu. Waiting for the official stats. But anyway, Dermash comes out, misses, and Dezeu jumps up and brings down the rebound. Maxime Dezeu. Very good shooter, as is this man right here. I'll tell you what, folks, Isaiah Miles, he gets off the bus and he is shooting the basketball. He is that good. He is making those shots like it's a layup. Miles, second highest player in terms of efficiency, but coming to the other end and striking from three-point range, Dermash. And the dump down low goes off the hands of Johnson. Okay, no, the ball will stay at this end. This was, again, Dermash chalking, saying, here, Tariq, I'll give you the assist. Now Dezeu puts it up from behind the arc. Another three-pointer, and Tariq Phillips shot no good, but Yashar there for the putback. Well, he's big, he's a wide body. Might not be quite as athletic, but nevertheless, I think a player that you'd have to say has gotten a little bit better as the season has gone along. Here's Zubcic. He's a good three-point shooter. And now the reach and the foul called on Maxime Dezeu. And alley-oop pass. Well, talk about athleticism. Forget what I said. Yashar skies and catches the pass from Zubcic. He's got 4 points. But another three, and that is from Harris. And another three for Tofas. Dermash has come out firing. Three-pointer. Dezeu misses another one. Yashar with the rebound to Phillip. He passes up. Look at him share the basketball. But then one pass too many, it appears. And Samaji Kristen steps out of bounds. Tofas with an early lead here over Holon. Dezeu, well, this is inside the arc, and it is a long two. He'll be glad to see that fall through the hoop. Now into the left corner, the three. off the front of the rim. And so Samaji Kristen off target. Now Harris. Oh, look at that. And Maxime Deseu goes up and throws it down with one hand. And the three-pointer, another one. Durmas has started like a house on fire. Look at that, 3 of 3 from three-point range. The phrase, somebody better guard him, comes to mind. Deseu catches it down low, puts it on the ground. Well, Miles, and that's another three-pointer. Well, we got a shootout here, folks, already. The game just a little over 4 minutes old, and both teams just throwing them in from deep. Zupcic spins, and Willie Workman kind of pulled the rug out from under him, kind of backed away, and without the contact, Zupcic fell over. Not too happy about it, you can see. Look at this. Watch Zupcic, he's going to get in. Oh no, that was the Durmas three, or one of the 3 Durmas's threes. Here's Zupcic. Really throwing some daggers last week against Pinar Karciaka. And he hits his first. And Zupcic makes the second. So back to a 2-point edge here for Tofas. Karciaka leading early on against Brindisi by 4 points. That is in Izmir. Here's the dump back, and Yashar, oh boy, goes up and scores again. He's got a chance for a 3-point play. Big fellow hustling down the floor. He's got 6 points, and he may have 7 after this. Tariq Phillip with another assist. So 2 assists for Phillip, and see if Yashar can make his free throw. Bends the knees and makes the shot from the stripe, and now it's a 5-point lead for Tofas Bursa. And Miles hits another 3. Boy, what a game. 3 threes for Isaiah Miles. They may have actually, I think they've actually taken one of those threes away from Miles. No, he does have the 3 threes. Thinking maybe they had ruled that he had stepped on the line, but no. Isaiah Miles 3 of 3, and Holon trailing by just 2 points. Durmas shows he's human. Comes back down to earth. Excuse me, that was Tomislav Zupcic. Missing it from 3-point range. Same applies to him, the way he shot it last week. Well, Miles again, and he misses. Pass to Zupcic, and he banks it in. He's able to get around Deseu. He was also hoping to get to the line. Oh, nice find, and they get Workman. So Workman puts it up and in. Phillip there with the drive, went up with the left hand. Doesn't get it to go. That was Workman, who has played for several clubs in Israel since the 2013-2014 season. Hapoel Unet-Credit, Hapoel Tel Aviv, Maccabi Ashdod, Maccabi Haifa, and now Hapoel Holon. Actually, went to Deerfield Academy in Massachusetts, one of the famous boarding schools in America, before he went off to study and play basketball at Amherst. And three-point shot is good. Another one for Isaiah Miles. 4 threes for Miles. I'll tell you, I think he's probably the pick if you're betting on the best three-point shooter in a shootout for this, or a three-point shooting contest, rather. Now the ball not controlled by Dzeu. Zubcic flies in, lays it up and in. And again, looks at the ref, appealing for a foul. The appeal falls on deaf ears. Bounce pass and broken up by Tariq Phillip, but then a foul called on the Great Britain international. So Phillip goes out. And also Guy Panini checks into the game. McGee, he's checked in as well. Ooh, that was a little long. Conde blows his whistle this time, and the foul called on Guy Panini right off the bench. So Maxime Dzeu goes out of the game, and Zubcic steps up to the charity stripe. And gets the first one to go. Tomislav Zubcic. 2.11 meters in height. That's 6 feet 11, 31 years of age. Now he gets replaced by DJ White. Harris, Miles, McGee, and the former Iowa State Cyclone drives in, kick it out into the corner, and buries the three-pointer, Bourdillon. Threes are falling. Look at that. 6 threes for Holon. And Bourdillon reaches up, comes up with the steal. Passes it back to Panini. Now Harris lets it fly. 7 threes in the quarter for Hapoel Unet-Credit Holon. I mean, you could probably put Harris and Miles up against each other in a three-point contest, and it would be tight. And nice drive down low. Simmons lays it up and in. Good feed to Simmons. by Panini. Puts it on the deck. Oh, look at that. A little razzle-dazzle, but he throws it out of bounds. Goes by. Little over the head. No-look pass. And goes out of bounds. Look at him share the basketball, and Bordillon makes that three. Frédéric Bordillon. Now from the baseline, DJ White. Tofas back in front. Bordillon, the 30-year-old. From France, in fact, French-Israeli. Now McGee. Shot clock winding down. Over to Panini. And Willie Workman had fallen down. And they have called, well, possession to Tofas. So Panini stepped out of bounds was the call. So 15.5 seconds remains, and the refereeing crew wants to get something sorted out over at the table. Karšiaka leading Brindisi by 4 at the end of the first quarter. So Brindisi would advance with just by losing by no more than 4 points. But you would think that's a good start for Pinar Karšiaka. We shall see. In this one, hands up, and the ball ends up, and then chasing back and stealing it and throwing it up from a long way out. Well, it was never going to make it. Samaji Kristen, good effort. Prevented the last-second shot from Hapoel Holon. Tofas Bursa lead. Hapoel Unet-Credit Holon at the end of one quarter, 28-27. So you can see the numbers: 7 threes for Holon, 3 for Tofas. Tofas 5 of 5 at the line, and also shooting 70% inside the arc. Well, in these highlights, you're going to see a lot of threes. 7 in all from the team in yellow, and 3 for Tofas, all from that man right there, Durmaz. And also Maxime Deseu getting in on the action early on. Miles, probably the most impactful player, no surprise there. He's got 12 points to lead all scorers. He's 4 of 5 from three-point range. But Muhsin Yashar has also been very active. He's got 7 points for Tofas Bursa. Three-point shot, and again, right where they left off. This time McGee strikes from downtown. Hapoel Unet-Credit Holon go back in front by 2 points. Simmons catches it outside, passes it back out. Now from the corner, nope, and the rebound, McGee. That was like Devon Akun-Purcell missing it from 3. Here is Simmons reaching in, stealing it, and takes it all the way. Well, he spurned the assist in favor of taking the 2 points. Can't blame him. He got to the rim pretty easily there. Tofas getting out and running. They got 7 fast break points so far. It's 30 apiece. Panini left open. Why not, he says. Panini probably not the best three-point shooter right now on this team, but certainly when the game is on the line, he is the man that you want to have the ball. He will strike when everything is riding on it. Workman comes out and commits the foul. Alley-oop, and it's thrown down by Simmons. Great pass, DJ White. And Holon, well, giving that easy one away. It's almost as if they say, that's okay, we'll give that to you because we're going to go down and hit a three-pointer. And we'll reclaim the lead. Let's see if that happens. McGee goes behind the back. And this time the foul outside on DJ White. Fantastic spot. Bourdillon had no idea Simmons had gotten behind him. So timeout on the floor. Let's go down to the bench. Look at the threes. 8 so far for Holon, 3 for Tofas. Those are Demir, but 9 of 13 inside the arc for Tofas Bursa. So they've pretty much gotten anything they wanted offensively. When these two teams played back on March 9th, McGee had 25 points and Chris Johnson poured in 22. Holon won that one 93-81. No stopping that. Bourdillon could be a key player. He was certainly in their win over Pino Karciaka, and there's Guy Panini getting in on the three-point shooting party. 9 threes now for Holon. And like I said, they give away the alley-oop jam and they go down and hit a 3. No problem. Tariq Phillip pulled up his dribble. Well, he decides to take it and kind of rimmed out. Now the 3. Oh, nice, taking it all the way and rebounding and running and going in was Alihan Demir. So his first 2 points of the game. Game is 13 minutes old. Bordion guilty of the foul there, the reach. Well, Bordion looks like he was gassed. He needs to get out and get a breather. But they're going to leave him in. Miles goes out, and Guy Panini go out. And good play by Bordion, come up with a steal. McGee looked like he was going to launch, but decided to pass to Deseu. Deseu's pass gets past McGee and out of bounds. So Tofas get it back. Stefanos Dedas not too concerned. His team again outstanding this season. They've already done the hard part. They've finished first in the group and clinched a spot in the Basketball Champions League Final 8. Akun Purcell misses from deep. Workman rebounds it, hands it off to McGee, who dribbles up to the court. Is coming up on the 6-minute mark in the first half. Oh, nice pass back, Bordion. Now Workman. Oh, fakes the pass. Oh, he had the layup and then controls himself right at the end and is able to put it up and in. Well, all that little misdirection, elusive play. Now from 3-point range, and DJ White misses Simmons there for the putback and the foul from Deseu. And Simmons has been tough. Watch the putback. Well, it didn't look like Deseu got close to him, but he picks up his 3rd foul. And if it's going to happen, when you have to go to the bench early, then you're talking about it doesn't really matter. They've already booked their spot in the Final 8. They're going to take another one. Hapoel Holon in too early. And the second attempt is good, so it did cost Holon a point. Shot clock winding down. McGee shaking and baking. And skying high Johnson goes up and tried to throw it down. Couldn't quite get to the rim. Was it pump fake, Damir, and he earns a trip to the line. I'll tell you, you don't want to attempt that dunk if you don't think it's going in. You must have jumped a little too far out, or maybe it was the defense that didn't allow him to get to the rim like he thought he would. Karsiaka leading by just 1 point now over Happy Casa Brindisi. Damir makes the second. 3-point lead, Tofas Bursa midway through the second quarter. Going up against league leaders, league winners, Final 8 bound Hapoel Unet-Credit Holon. And short. Now the 3-pointer, and Miles isn't short, is he, boy? 5 3-pointers already from Miles tonight. Emir drives in, misses everything with the left hand. The game is knotted at 38. And Miles is timed inside the arc and still hits it. It doesn't matter where he is. The basketball is going in. Came in 8th in three-point shooting at 50.8%. Here he is getting the rebound. But he had hit 31 of his 61 three-pointers coming into tonight. And tonight he's already got 5 threes. No look pass to Miles, gives it up and goes in and throws it down. Well, you know he can shoot it, so you got to guard him. And then he punishes you by taking it to the cup. Look at this. Does the right thing as Simmons comes out to play D, and Miles just blows past him. And that little celebratory palms open. Timeout, Tofas.
Force yourself.
10 of 20 from three-point range, and we're in the first half, and we got quite a few minutes to play here in the first half as well. 3:18, in fact. So there might be another three-pointer or two to fall in. This is Miles, who has been absolutely phenomenal offensively tonight. 19 points. He can just go ahead and call it a day. Good day's work. Look at that. They've only played 17 minutes. And all he's done is light it up. Played this college basketball at St. Joseph's University, Philadelphia. Just 26 years of age. Hapoel Purcell lobs it. Now Bourdillon has it. Harris says, Isaiah, get open. Workman over to Johnson for three, and that. We'd much rather, it's not that Johnson can't make threes, but you know that if Miles gets his hands on it, there's a pretty good chance it's going to go in. Take the lesser of two evils. Yashar tries to get Miles off of him. Spins, not to good effect. And Bourdillon reaches in, doesn't need to, especially late in the shot clock, and commits the foul. Yashar takes his time and gets it to go. Having a nice game started tonight. He's got 8 points in just over 8 minutes of action. So 9 points for Muhsin Yashar. Johnson, Workman. Now Tofas can tie it or take the lead. Zubcic Out to the wing. Yashar passes up the three, or the mid-range jump shot. Puts it up in the end. And Zupcic reaches in and commits the foul. Well, he's definitely hasn't been a happy camper since the very beginning of the game. He felt like he was fouled a couple of times and it wasn't called. A little bit of frustration for Zupcic. And now the reach and the foul called on Hapoel Purcell. You can see these guys want to win. They know they can't move on to the next phase, but this is all about competition and proving that they can beat the best teams in the Basketball Champions League. Swings out to Miles, and again Miles this time misses. So he is now 5 of 7 from three-point range. And this time Demir puts it up and in. So he ties it at 42. And he continues to have a nice game himself. Excuse me, Durmas, 11 points. Pass batted away by Hapoel Purcell. Zupcic. And, whoa. Not sure if he felt like he could actually get that through the hands of Harris. All Harris had to do is put his hands up, and he was able to knock it out of bounds. Panini goes out, Workman in. Hapoel Purcell for three, and now Tofas lead it 45-42. So it has been a high-scoring first half. Timeout, Holon.
Guy for Willie. Guy for Willie. Listen. Hey, Cyrus, you are here. Listen what we're doing. Chris, you are the inbounder to CJ. Okay. Nini, you are down. Guy, take the ball. Cyrus, don't fake. Go all the way. Try. If nothing, run normal offense. CJ will be around.
You can see Zupcic and Miles getting into it a little bit. So the basketball inbounded. They quickly get it up the court. They whip it to the corner to Miles, who comes back outside. So about a 10.5, 11-second differential on the game clock and the shot clock. And great defense by Kristen. Passes it up to Zupcic. And he finally does get the foul called and has a chance for a three-point play. Foul called on Chris Johnson. Zupcic indeed makes it now a 48-42 lead. Shot clock or game clock winding down. Tyrus McGee fouled. That is only the 4th team foul. So still enough time to get something out of this trip down the floor. Oh, look at the bounce pass. What a play. It's almost as if Tofas assumed Hapoel Unet-Credit Holon were going to attempt a three-pointer. And Guy Panini with a wonderful pass leading to the basket. It's Tofas Bursa leading it at halftime, 48-44 over Hapoel Unet-Credit Holon. Well, if you like offense, folks, you've got plenty of it. You got free throws for Tofas. You got three-pointers for Holon. You got great shooting from both teams inside the arc. And pretty comparable the rest of the way, statistically, at least those that we're looking at. Tofas, who have 17 points off turnovers, are being led by Dermash and Zupcic, each with 11 points. Well, that's how things started. You had Yashar scoring, then Harris responding. Dzeu catching and scoring down low. Miles launching it. Then you had Tariq Phillip getting out in the open floor and getting it back to Yashar, who shows a little bit of agility for the big fella. And Miles was miles better than everybody from three-point range, hitting 5 three-pointers from 7 attempts. And you had Willie Workman also going to work down low. Zupcic, meanwhile, came down, scored that one, and was fouled on the play. Bordillon. And then Harris, after getting the pass from Panini. And Tyrus McGee striking again. This was the Simmons steal. He takes it all the way. Alley-oop pass to Simmons from DJ White. Bordillon. Pass on it back to Panini, who finally got his first three-pointer. Nice sharing of the basketball, and look at him pass it. And this is Workman, who thought he'd lost his chance for an easy layup, but ended up getting it up and in. But as good as the team in yellow tonight, Holon have been, Tofas have been that little bit better. Certainly, it has been a game of offense and not that much defense, with Tofas Bursa leading at 48-44 at halftime. This man, along with Dermash East, with 11 points. Zupcic and Dermash to lead the way. Whereas Tyrus McGee gets that too, but it's Miles leading them. So, in fact, we are going to look at not the top scorer, but one of the top scorers, Tofas's Jeremy Simmons, who has 9 points. Not sure why they chose him, but nevertheless, he has been good value for money, scoring with an array of shots and getting to the rim, including on this steal and fast break. So Simmons. It's such a nice steal. Fast break that we're going to look at it again and again and again and again. And from all angles. And for Isaiah Miles, well, 19 points and pretty much unstoppable for really the majority of the first half. You can see he had the 5 3-pointers. And yes, folks, he has been terrific. So at halftime, it's Tofas Bursa leading at 48-44 over the host, Hapoel Unet-Credit Holon. Enjoy the rest of these highlights and the top plays from the round of 16 from the most recent action, and we'll be right back after that.
Will take the ball screen from Carmichael. Drops it inside. Carmichael throws it down and one. Oh, the team in blue believe right now. Clements with the game in his hands goes to the hoop. Oh, he gets it on the layup. Takes Rabaseda to the basket and just lays it in for 2.
That's a massive block by Madsen, who gets that transition off and running.
Hayden Dalton also 6 rebounds as well. Fila turns the corner, and flushes it with 2 hands over the top of Hayden Dalton.
Please, Johnson as the incredible Leo. Let's expand timeout. Tofas Bursa.
What kind of studies? Wake up! Uncle! Instead of Tokyo, focus here, focus here. What we play? If they run zone, go free. I said from here, I said another set play, you don't, not focus press. Focus defense offense. If they run zone, stay free or free dribble, whatever. If they go man to man, I said 4 down. I am saying 4 down. You are not saying 4 down.
First foul, yes, sir. Tofas Bursa, second foul. Tofas Bursa במאץ' שלישי, 3 fouls. זה המייס חולון עבירה השנייה, second foul המייס.
Final eight, Karsiaka opened up a 10-point lead by halftime over Hapoel Unet-Credit, so that means they're in a much better spot. Of course, a lot of work to do over the final 20 minutes. Mohsin Yashar picks up the foul. Excuse me, Samaji Kristen picks up the foul. And Harris causing problems and, again, getting to the free throw line. Mohsin Yashar goes out, and Jeremy Simmons, who had an outstanding first half, 9 points, checks back in. Although Yashar also had himself a solid first half. Yashar scoring 11 points so far in the game. Hapoel Purcell. Nice handoff to Samaji Kristen, outside to Tariq Phillip. Back to Samaji Kristen, right corner. Deseu rebounds it, 6.5 minutes, 5.5 minutes into the third quarter, with Holon leading by 2 points. Well, the bounce pass from Chris Johnson led his teammate just that little bit too much. So right now it's Bourdillon, Deseu, Harris, Johnson, and Miles in for Holon. Hapoel Purcell, Kristen, Phillip, Simmons, and Zubcic in the game for Tofas Bursa. Phillip's pass knocked away. Finally, Simmons gets it back, goes up and has it blocked. Bourdillon's three-point shot off target. Well, Bourdillon getting a lot of minutes. Bourdillon has played almost 18 minutes. So he goes out of the game now. And Tyrus McGee is in. Zupcic. And goes to work and is fouled by Chris Johnson. Four fouls now on Holon, so any more on both of these teams, and they will be putting the opponent on the free throw line. Hapoel Purcell again to Simmons. And for the second time in the last 5 seconds, Johnson picks up a foul. So that is number 4, and he knows right where he's going, to the bench. And that means Willie Workman is going to come back in. Johnson doesn't look too happy tonight. 2 points, 4 rebounds, 4 fouls. And Simmons, meanwhile, misses the free throw. And I'll tell you what, you get good value for money from the hardcore supporters for this Hapoel Holon team. They always make a lot of noise and provide a nice rhythm with their drums. Tyrus McGee for 3. Tyrus striking yet again. Second 3 of the game. Alley-oop pass and flushed by Simmons. So another assist for Tariq Phillip. Harris over to Miles. That was way too long. Now Tariq Phillip up ahead, and Zupcic goes in and dunks it home. And with that, Dedas calls a timeout for Holon. We're all tied. Let's go down to the bench.
We're good. Hey, transition pick and roll. Quick zone. Look at me, quick zone. Bring it going. Alley-oop in the transition, Gamo. Focus in defense.
Dedas doesn't want any bad habits creeping into this Holon team. He wants to nip it in the bud. No transition back in baskets. So Zupcic with 13 points ties it up. $58 apiece. Here comes McGee. Oh, Harris kind of dribbled the ball off of the foot of Hapoel Purcell. So new 14 on the shot clock. McGee pulls up from behind the arc, and that was, I think, blocked by Tariq Phillip. Certainly affected the shot. Hapoel Purcell, this is where he's good. Passes Zupcic wide open, good. Oh, he's been hot from three-point range the last month or so. Look at that, 16 points, his first 3 of the night. He had missed his first, and now the reach and the steal again by Tariq Phillip. And uses his body well and goes in and scores. And now it's a 5-point advantage for Tofas. Simmons reaches in, takes it away. Some sloppy play here over the last few minutes for Holon. Phillip kind of glides into the paint, puts it up beautifully. And Dedas has to call another timeout as Tofas start to put together a run, which could see them pull away. And Holon does not want to see that.
Hey, why you don't jump on the ball? Why you don't jump on the ball? On the transition. Before you switch, now you don't jump from here. They make left play up. I said timeout. 11. Pass here, you pass to the other side. I am. Sit on the finish game. Enjoy. Enjoy. Willie, bring the ball. We sit all in different ways. Willie, bring the ball. Pass to Guy.
Well, it all started to unravel for Holon in this quarter, and you could hear the displeasure in the voice of Stefanos Dedas, who, again, knows that some bad play can become a habit. It's all about keeping your concentration levels up regardless. So he will want to see a recovery here at the end of the quarter. Certainly in the game, because bad play, he will be thinking, is also a reflection of his coaching. He doesn't want that. Miles, oh boy, the ball thrown right into the hands of Zubcic, and the ball batted out of bounds. So Durmaz back in the game. Phillip. Hapoel Purcell steps back and drains a 3. How about that? 10 points, the advantage. And when you watch Tofas play the way they have for the last few minutes, you're like, wow, well, this is how this team finished first in its regular season group. Just haven't seen enough of it in the round of 16. And now the ball turned right back over again to Tofas here, and it has been a lesson in self-destruction by the team in yellow. And Johnson upset with himself for having picked up his 3rd and 4th fouls in quick succession. Hapoel Purcell drives in, blocked at the rim. Bordillon, I don't think he got it off in time. So, well, it could be worse for Tofas, or excuse me, it could be worse for Holon, but they still got 10 minutes to rectify things. Tofas Bursa, though, have opened up a 68-58 lead at the end of the 3rd quarter. Well, half as many threes for Tofas, but again, much better inside the arc. Here's a look at some of the plays that I think we missed at the start of this, or that you missed at the start of this 3rd quarter. Zeu and Bordillon opportunistically picking up the offensive rebound and put back. And then there was Zeu passing to a wide open Miles, who hit yet another 3-pointer. Miles 6 of 9 from behind the arc. But then this team got in the flow. Yashar taking it down low. Tyrus McGee bearing another 3. Holon looked okay at that point. But this is when it started to come apart. And Tariq Phillip especially was involved in a lot of it. And that pass ahead to Zubcic. And again, Zubcic with the three-point shot. Phillip also coming up with the steal and the layup. So Tariq Phillip again, nice little gliding move, puts it up and in. 68-58, Tofas leading it. And we also had this play by Hapoel Unet-Credit, the three-pointer step back variety. Pinar Karšiaka, meanwhile, sort of lowering the boom now at 16 points on Happy Casa Brindisi. So that thing is 72-56 at last check in favor of the host, Pinar Karšiaka. Tyrus McGee explodes, puts it up and in. Much better. And now the ball just thrown right away into the hands of Panini. And he gets it over to Bordillon, though, who misses a wide open three. Hapoel Unet-Credit, boy, shaking and baking and shoveling the pass to Simmons. Well, Simmons has been good value for money today. 14 points. Look at that, 6 of 7 from the floor. Panini has it knocked out of his hands this time. Hapoel Unet-Credit. And now a technical foul has been called on the frustrated Stefanos Dedas. And Hapoel Unet-Credit asking, is the basket going to count? Oh, that was just good defense. Certainly more upset about the turnover than wasn't even looking at Hapoel Unet-Credit as he drove in. Remember, Dedas lost his cool against Pinar Karšiaka a couple of weeks ago and was given his marching orders. Had to watch the game from the locker room, and his assistant was able to steer them to the famous win. So three-point play, and Hapoel Holon. So that was the technical foul. That was the free throw. And Hapoel Unet-Credit again forcing another turnover, and Zubcic drives in, and now the lead is ballooned to 15 points. Just an example of how things can go south in a hurry for a team. Holon and Tofas were neck and neck in this game at 58 apiece. And since that point, it's been a 17-2 run for Tofas. Well, the crowd wanting an over and back violation. Zubcic again, he's not going to miss it. Nope, folks, he's a good one. And the lead now 18 points, and Tofas are, and look at Dedas appealing for the over and back, and probably at this point wouldn't mind if he did get tossed just to make a point. Again, the frustration. And Simmons commits the foul. Well, it did look like the ball went off of Phillip. Could have been one that was missed. Anyway, ends up with a wide open three-pointer for Zubcic. Stefanos Datas now really. This will be interesting to see if he can finish the game. Less than 7 minutes remaining. Tofas Bursa with a 78-60 lead. And Guy Panini looking on, knowing his team has had better nights. .29 points scored off turnovers for Tofas tonight. So Tofas really taking advantage of those Holon miscues. .21 now for Zubcic as well, who continues to torment opposing defenses. And Tariq Phillip now called for a foul. Reach. McGee, nope, can't stand up if you're on the ground like that with possession. And this game slipping away just as McGee was slipping on the court, slipping away from Holon. Stefanos Datas is giving the referee an earful right now. Tariq Phillip from behind the arc. And Harzov, I believe, there is technical foul has been called on Tariq Phillip. I thought they called the technical for a minute there on Datas. So for simulation for flopping. Yep, they did. They called him the technical. And I don't know why everybody's getting so upset about a game where the stakes aren't that high, but it certainly does seem to indicate the competitive juices are flowing regardless. Tofas wanting to end this season on a high, and meanwhile Holon continually in a low. It's going to take something special to come back from an 18-point deficit. If any team could do it, it would be Holon, though. Trust me, the way they shoot the basketball. They're going to have to gamble, force some turnovers. Not something they've done a lot of tonight. Akun Purcell from way downtown. Zeu gets the rebound. Brandwine. Bounce pass to Bordillon. Brandwine checking in for his first minutes of the game. Zeu from behind the arc. And that's one of the threes that they're going to have to make an unlikely comeback. Karsiaka, meanwhile, leading Happy Casa Brindisi by 18 points, 12 minutes to go. Less than 12, in fact. Now 15. And now the dunk by Dermash. He's going to end the night with some good numbers. 13 points for him tonight. Harris. Brandwine. And fouled by, well, Samaji Kristen is holding his hand up, but I thought maybe it was Hapoel Purcell who committed. No, they're going to say it was on Kristen. So Brown with a chance to get his first points of the game. Big disparity in terms of the number of free throws that have been attempted today. Durmash, another three-pointer for him. Boy, he has shot the ball lights out from three-point range tonight. 4 of 5 for Berkan Durmash. Nice little scoop shot, but wasn't able to get it to drop from Harris. Now Samaji Kristen, 4.5 minutes remaining. Yashar over to Hapoel Purcell, and following it up, Durmash, and misses it really close. That would have been one of his easier attempts, it would seem. Perhaps more comfortable outside. Biggest lead of the game right now, 19 points for Tofas. Bordeon misses with the reverse. Now the three-point shot. Deseo again rebounds. So I don't get the sense that this is going to end well for Holon. But again, just as a reminder, folks, they've already clinched top spot in Group I. They're already in the Basketball Champions League Final 8. And Tofas Bursa, meanwhile, because they lost their first 4 games in the round of 16, they were eliminated from Final 8 contention. That being said, they came out and played a meaningful game last week against Pinar Karşıyaka and won that game in Izmir at Pinar Karşıyaka. Excuse me, they came out and won at home over Pinar Karşıyaka. It was the week before that in Izmir, Holon won. And so Tofas won it last week, and they have won it, or they're about to win it here this week. And those two players getting tangled up, and Harris not wanting any help up from Durmash for some reason. So there does seem to be a little bit of, I wouldn't say bad blood, but a little bit of niggledy-piggledy between these two teams here in the Holon Totor Arena. 4 fouls now on Deseu, 3.5 minutes remaining. Yashar, nice pass to Durmash. Well, his good night just keeps getting better and better. 18 points now for Berkan Durmash. Nice sharing of the basketball. Deseu. And Miles with the offensive rebound and does not score with the putback. Durmash came into this game averaging 7.9 points, 4.8 rebounds, the 24-year-old. And his previous high had been 17 points in a game against JDA Dijon during the regular season. So we got another timeout. Let's go down to the huddle, see if we can gleaning in information from Dedas.
Very deep screens, okay? Take the ball. This guy will go here. Play this here. Max, after the down screen, go here. Should say pass. pass and we play punch with others. Okay. Then on defense, switch all, stay front. Okay.
Miles right now with 22 points, leads all scorers for Holon, but Zubcic has 21 for Tofas, who more importantly have the big lead. And meanwhile, more importantly, as a reminder, Hapoel Holon have already claimed a spot in the final 8 and have already clinched first place in Group I. So that is the most important aspects to take on board. Brandywine drives in and scores. Dedas wants to see a little bit of execution, and he gets it from his backup point guard. Bordeaux reaches in and commits another foul. This was Brandywine. Wow, silky smooth jump shot from DJ White. Tariq Phillips having a nice game. Not so much from a scoring standpoint, but from an assist. He's got 5. And now another basket for Brandywine and Holon. So the three-point play. And Brandywine pouring in some points here at the end of the game. 18 points, the difference. Muhsin Yashar thought about it, brings it back outside. Damir, touch pass, DJ White, Yashar. And that pass a little too obvious, batted out of bounds. $87-69, and the shot is no good. Phillip with the rebound, or handed the ball rather, and brings it up in front of the home team's bench. Steps back, has not shot the ball particularly well tonight, Tariq Phillip. Brandywine almost turns it over, and in fact, Bordeaux not able to pick it up, and Stefanos Dedas probably is going to say, hey guys, let's don't play like this again tonight. In the second half, we were not good. So full-scale substitutions here at the end for Holon. And Dedas takes a chance to vent some frustration. Damir misses with the free throw. And yeah, it definitely seems like the atmosphere has not been brilliant tonight for Holon for whatever reason. Oh, nice little backdoor cut, and the basket was good. Great pass by Brandywine. Oh, Demir just faked his own team out. Muhsin Yashar. Ball goes out of bounds, but it goes off of Holon. So fortunately for Tofas, they will maintain possession. Now DJ White almost has it stolen again. Puts up a little finger roll and then follows up his teammates' miss for another 2 points as Tofas get to 90. And that's how it's going to finish, folks. Perhaps predictably not the best game with not that much at stake. But nevertheless, Tofas will take the win, and convincing win at that after outstanding second half. They win it 90-71 over Hapoel Unet-Credit Holon. Well, the team in yellow lost on the night, but they're the big winners in the round of 16, finishing top of Group I. They will move on and get some congratulations from the team that beat them tonight, Tofas Bursa, who will not be advancing, but did get their second win of the round of 16. You can see the shooting numbers for both teams tonight, and the rebounding, the assists, the steals. But the game lacked a little bit of gusto with, again, the stakes not as high as they would be ordinarily with everything already settled. Miles finished with 22 to lead all scorers. Zubcic had 21, Dermash 18. Well, here's a look back at second half action here in Holon, Israel. And Miles starting well, as he so often does, and did most of his damage in the first half. He did get a 3 in the second, but overall, it was Tofas' night, Tofas Bursa's night, especially in the second half when they just turned on the style and took advantage of a lot of sloppy play from Holon, who did not turn in their best performance of the night. Tofas Bursa will be looking to use their strong finish in the Basketball Champions League to keep them in the right frame of mind as they go for, a strong rest of the season in Turkey and try to make some progress and clinch a spot in the Basketball Champions League again for next season. Now that they've had a taste of it, they will certainly want to be back. For Hapoel Holon, the real fun is going to start as they prepare for the Basketball Champions League Final 8. And they will also have, obviously, a lot of action in Israel before the Final 8 is played. That European title at stake. Anytime a title is up for grabs, it is a massive opportunity for all these clubs. So it's been a difficult year in many respects because of all of the testing and, again, the pandemic. But as we get to the other side of that and get closer and closer to more normal times, and you feel it more so here in Israel as well. You see that limited attendance here to be able to watch. They have been able to come in and not see their team get the victory tonight, but they've been able to watch the game that they love, and they will be in a fine mood as their team gets ready to go to the Final 8. So congratulations to Hapoel Holon for making it already to the Final 8 and also clinching first place in Group I. And also congratulations to Tofas Bursa for a terrific season, one in which they advanced from the regular season to the round of 16 And even though it didn't finish well in the round of 16 in terms of getting to the Final Eight, they did sign off with a couple of memorable wins. And meanwhile, the big question is who will join them from Group I? Will it be Pinar Karšiaka or Happy Casa Brindisi? Well, Karšiaka have had a big double-digit lead, whittled down now to just 6 points. So with 6.5 minutes remaining, that game in the balance.